What if I told you the smartest money advice was written 4,000 years ago? Stick with me till the end, because the last rule is the most important one. Hello and welcome back to Profit by Pages, the place where we break down powerful financial books into simple animated stories you can use in real life. 4,000 years ago, the people of Babylon discovered money principles so powerful that they still shape financial success today. These timeless rules aren't complex theories or modern tricks. They're simple truths about wealth that anyone can apply, no matter their income or background. In this video, we'll break down the 5 money rules from the richest man in Babylon that can change how you earn, save, and grow your wealth. Which of these rules do you think will impact your life the most? Comment below with your answer. Now, before we jump directly into the details, let's first understand the 5 rules of money that still work even in 2025. And to make it more interesting, we'll start from the bottom with rule number 5, the 5th rule of money. Focus on building wealth. Money flees the person who forces it into impossible earnings or follows the advice of tricksters and dreamers. In today's words, your money runs away the moment you chase get-rich-quick schemes. Think about it. How many people have lost savings to shady crypto tokens, random stock tips, or Ponzi schemes promising double returns overnight? Just like in Babylon, wealth isn't built on wild risks or blind trust. It grows steadily under wise guidance. In 2025, the safest way to follow this rule is to research before investing. Seek advice from people with proven experience. And remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it usually is. So the 5th law reminds us never to chase shortcuts or fall for scams. But avoiding fraud alone isn't enough. You must also avoid ignorance. That's exactly what the 4th law teaches. Never invest in businesses or ventures you don't truly understand. The 4th rule of money: avoid risky investment. Money slips away from those who invest it in businesses or purposes they don't understand. In simple terms, if you put your money into something you know nothing about, you're likely to lose it. Even today, this rule is broken every day. People jump into industries they barely understand, like buying random stocks because of social media hype or investing in a startup just because a friend said it's the next big thing. Most of the time, they lose their savings. The Babylonians knew the truth. Your money is safest when it works in areas you truly understand. Before investing, ask yourself, do I really know how this business makes money? If the answer is no, keep your money safe. The 4th law warns us not to invest in things we don't understand, because that's how money slips away. But even before choosing where to invest, the Babylonians reminded us of an equally powerful truth in the 3rd law: guard your money. Protect it from unsafe risks, scams, or careless decisions. After all, wealth is not only about earning, it's about keeping it safe once you have it. Have the 3rd rule of money: protect your money. The 3rd law teaches us, protect your wealth from loss. In Babylon, people were warned not to risk their money carelessly. The same applies today. Many lose money by chasing quick profits, lending without security, or trusting unproven schemes. Think of online scams, get-rich-quick investments, or risky stock tips. Guarding your money means being cautious, seeking advice from experts, and only putting money where it's safe. Just like you wouldn't leave your house unlocked, don't leave your money exposed to danger. Wealth really grows when you do 2 things: invest it wisely and protect it from loss. The 3rd rule reminds us to guard our money, to keep it safe from loss and protect it from careless risks. But guarding alone isn't enough. Money that only sits idle will slowly lose its value. That's where the 2nd rule steps in. Once your wealth is safe, you must also put it to work so it multiplies. The 2nd rule of money: invest wisely. Money works for you when you invest it wisely. It keeps multiplying, even while you sleep. Fast forward to our times. This means never let your money sit idle. Make it work for you. Imagine 2 people. One keeps $10,000 locked away in cash, while the other puts that same amount into index funds or a rental property. A decade later, inflation has eaten into the first person's savings, while the second has doubled or even tripled their wealth. The Babylonians were clear on this. Your money only grows if you give it a job. We've just seen in the 2nd rule how money grows when you put it to work, multiplying over time. But even before we think about investing, there's a rule that stands above all, the very first and most important law of money. It's the foundation upon which every other principle depends. The 1st rule of money: save 10% money comes easily and in increasing quantities to those who save at least 10% of everything they earn. In simple terms, before you spend on anything else, pay yourself first. Think about it. Most people work for money, but never make money work for them. If you consistently set aside just a portion of every paycheck, no matter how small small, you build a foundation of wealth that can change your future. Even in 2025, this simple habit beats any complicated financial trick. It's not about how much you earn, it's about how much you keep. If this video is giving you a clear understanding of how money really works, smash that like button. It tells me you enjoy the way I explain these timeless lessons, and it motivates me to keep making more videos that help you master money. Core insights. Wealth follows laws, not luck. Money grows when you respect simple, time-tested principles. Save first, spend later. Even setting aside just 10% builds real financial security. Money must work. Idle cash loses value. Investments and compounding make it grow. Understand before you invest. Never risk money in things you don't understand. Avoid shortcuts. Get-rich-quick schemes drain wealth. Slow and steady wins. The Babylonians knew real wealth wasn't about earning more. It was about sticking to the money rules with discipline. Conclusion. The wisdom of Babylon shows one thing. Money may change, but the rules of wealth never do. Save first, invest wisely, make your money work, protect your money, and avoid shortcuts. If you live by these ancient principles, financial stability and growth aren't just dreams, they become reality. Take the first step towards financial freedom by subscribing to Profit by Pages and joining a community of like-minded individuals who are committed to building wealth and achieving financial stability. Hit the bell icon to stay notified about our next video. In the upcoming video, we'll explore how Arkad, the richest man in Babylon, shares his step-by-step path from being broke to becoming the city's wealthiest. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching.